Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 13th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly earlier than I wanted to, but wasn't too bad. Got up and around, got the dogs outside, everything went pretty smooth. Out there hanging out in the hot tub, chilling out there for a while. Got done with the hot tub, jumped in the ice bath for a minute, actually about 3 minutes to be exact, but got done there, then got back in and chilling out with the dogs. Snuck through, my wife was still sleeping, so I grabbed a towel and changed of clothes and that. So I got dressed, hung out with the dogs. Eventually she got up and around, and she slept in late. I felt good for her. Just she needs to sleep. She's not been sleeping very well lately. She's been having some tooth and jaw problems that's been bugging her, so definitely not letting her sleep as good. So if she can get the sleep, I want her to have it. So went ahead, she got up though, so I get the dogs in, get them all fed, and of course they start making noise. And she was so funny. She was awake, but it wasn't really full on out yet of up and around. And the dog decided to lean against the bedroom door and then scratch himself. But he does scratching on by his ears and neck. His back leg is banging the door. It's like somebody's beating on the down door trying to get the bedroom. So I had to kind of move him away from the door real quick so I could not have him disturb her quite so damn bad, but it made me kind of chuckle. So, but yeah, got the dogs all fed, medicated, all that good fun stuff that need to go with it. And then basically headed back out, hanging out with the dogs. She came out and chatted for a little bit. And then from there, it was time for her. She decided she wanted to get the grocery shopping done. So she went and got that taken care of, and really glad she went early like she did, because the fact that it got bad, weather turned complete shit. About midday, we got some rain coming in, and then some crazy storms rolling through, and lightning, thunder, all kinds of noise, and just torrential downpour of rain. It was so wet and so much water. So, but yeah, luckily she got back and got in before the rain got here, so she wasn't drenched. But overall, it went pretty good. I was like, well, it's really crappy outside, and the dogs are just on the lanai with me, and they're annoyed. They don't want to be out in the weather. And the lightning and the thunder's got them a little scared. So we decided to heck with it, hang out inside, and decided to lay down and take a little nap, which was nice. So I put a movie on the TV and cuddled up together, and both of us zonked out and had a nice little rest there. Ended up at some point, the thunder and lightning was going off, wake us up here and there, but overall it wasn't horrible. So first movie was done, and then we actually started a second movie because it was still just completely crappy outside. So I'm like, hell, dogs aren't going out. So back with it. So we chilled out there, and then got up from that. Rain had cut back. It was still drizzling a little bit, not too bad. Got the dogs out, made sure they were all good to go, played them a little bit outside. Went ahead and got my running gear on, then got my run in. Got back from my run. We decided we're gonna have frozen pizza for dinner. So we knocked out one of those double pepperonis from Costco, and it was absolutely great. Really good. It seems like they're all pretty good, but every once in a while you get one that just seems to be better. I don't know if it gets cooked better or what, or if it was mixed a little better in the factory, but this one was surprisingly really good. So got the dogs all fed again. From there, watched a little bit of TV while we ate, and then I was still eating a little bit when the first show was over, so I ended up putting on another part of Karate Kid. We were watching it, so ended up finishing out Karate Kid as we were finishing that up. We started watching it when we were napping, but ended up getting up before it was done. So yeah, you already know the movie, so it's not a big deal if you kind of doze in and out of it. It works out pretty nice that way. So from there, the rain pretty much had cut back, so I was able to get outside with the dogs. They got some good running and playing in. The little pug and the lab are just literally chasing each other around and chewing at each other and just having the time of their damn life. They're having so much fun. So yeah, they're having a blast, and it's all going good there. So the little pit, she doesn't really seem to care too much about them. She kind of tolerates them, but for the most part, don't really give a damn. So then about time to go in, finish up my cigar, and another storm rolled through and just pummeled us with rain, lightning and thunder, shaking the house, just bad. It was, I don't know what these storms are. The storms are crazy. So, and then it rained continually until I fell asleep and it was still raining. So, and it was just so much water coming down, absolute ridiculousness. So her little pool I made for her that I set up is a good chance that might actually overflow. There's so much rain coming in. So I assume what happens then, I don't know if all the chemicals will drain out. I'm not really sure exactly how that works, but either way, if I pump it out, let the rain fill it up, or if I let it overflow itself, it really don't make a damn bit of difference. It just still has to get out of the pool. So no big deal at the end, but it's all good. So yeah, that was pretty much the day. Kind of uneventful. Her father reached out and asked if I worked on his pump yet. And I'm like, I have not figured out how to make it work. I've tried everything, and I got one last thing to try. They're saying to make this backup air pump that runs on battery. You plug it in the wall, then when it senses the power goes out, it then turns on. But in theory, if you have like a breaker, like a power strip, if you turn that strip off, it'd be the same as throwing a breaker, and it would also go off, but who knows? So I gotta look at that still and see if I can't figure it out. I think he's got a bad pump, and it may have been his fault because he had put the batteries in wrong. So I don't know if it's just screwed up, if you install the batteries incorrectly, if you burn the pump up or the sensor or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is there. So yeah, we'll see. I would also think it'd be really dumb. The technology should also be set up that where you could just buy it, walk over and turn it on and use it as an emergency backup pump, not just a power outage, because he's making it sound at the store that for it to work, it has to be plugged in. It doesn't do anything, just sits there on hold with the switch on. And then once the power goes out, it automatically starts working. But he even tried it on a power strip, and he's like, well, it's still hooked up to the main circuit, so it knows there's power. I'm like, no, it doesn't. There's no power coming line. It doesn't know if it's a breaker thrown. I'm like, I'll throw the breaker at the whole damn house and treat it like a power outage. We'll go from there. And he's like, that's what it takes. So that's what I got to do next. But I think he's got a bad pump. Like I said, he bought it unboxed. It was already, I think it was a used pump to begin with. So my guess is most likely somebody else had bought it, returned it, and then he gave him a $5 discount on how much it was. I wasn't there the day he bought it. So, because I would have been like, hey, show me it works before I buy a used pump. So hopefully he'll get it replaced. If not, we'll just order a completely different one and then learn to never buy used shit from that store. So yeah, that's not my problem per se, but I'm the one trying to fix it. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.